is Robin.
And this is Olivia, and you're listening to K-Pop Hot Sheet. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube at K-Pop Hot Sheet, and rate us on Apple Music and Spotify if you enjoyed the show.
So we are now halfway through 2023, if you can believe it. So today we'll be revisiting the songs that have topped the Melon monthly music chart from January through June, and we'll be ranking the top girl and boy group songs of the year so far, based on our completely subjective own opinions. Safe space, nobody get mad about it. And we really saw that girl groups are dominating the Melon charts this year.
Yeah, it's really surprising, but girl power, I guess. Go girls. And I'm excited to do this again in 6 months at the end of the year and see if they continue to dominate or if we have some surprises. But we'll start with January, and no surprise there. The number one song of the month was Ditto by New Jeans, and they actually had dominated like the top 3 songs of the month.
Oh, yeah. They were 1, 2, and 3, I think, January, February, and March.
So without further ado, let's go take a listen. Not that we haven't heard it, but just to refresh our memories while we rank it at the end of the section.
Stay in the middle, like you a little. Don't want no riddle. 말해줘, say it back, go say it, 아침이 너무 멀어서 say it.
Alright, so we just listened to Ditto by New Jeans again. Thoughts again?
I just was going to say I had to put away my ethical and moral beliefs, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go back and listen to episode 2 of the podcast about New Jeans, and you'll see how I feel about all of that. So honestly, this was the 3rd time I've ever heard this song, because the first was our episode 2 podcast. The second was when it came up while I was doing a Pilates workout, and I couldn't stop it. I had to go keep doing my hundreds or whatever the hell the Pilates thing is, while New Jeans played in the background, because they're that popular.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I've probably heard this one a lot because I actually did like this one. And if people go back and listen to our 3rd episode, I forgot when we talked about New Jeans. I actually did really like this, and I remember making the comment that I wish they had just started with this, and the music video was so innocent, right? It was so like apropos to who they are as young girls. So
yeah.
All right, shall we move it along? I mean, February and March was Ditto by New Jeans again. So we're going to skip to April, which was a song by IVE called Kitsch.
I don't think I've ever heard this.
Okay, so I had actually never seen the music video, but I have this song on my Spotify and I love it. But what's really funny, because now I saw the lyrics, I kept thinking they were saying we are 90s kids, but they were saying kids like in a funny way. But in the lyrics it says 19s kitsch, which I still don't know what that means.
I wonder if the YouTube generated captions or whatever are wrong, because I feel like they were saying 90s kitsch.
But what does kitsch mean?
Like, what does
Do you know what that means?
mean? Kitsch is like, maybe we just look at the definition so I don't sound stupid by saying what I think it means.
Oh, so you know. It's like a word.
Yeah, it's a word. It's a word. Hold on. It means... So, kitsch is a term applied to art and design that is perceived as naive imitation, overly eccentric, gratuitous, or of banal taste. So, kitschy things are like quirky or campy or... I don't know how to describe it. I would say that that song and video are not kitschy in the definition of the word. But I get what they're going for. But yeah. I don't know what 19's kitsch would mean.
That's the official lyrics. So I don't know if someone just it's supposed to be 90s, but they wrote 19s for some reason. But I do like the song. I'm curious what you think because this is your first time hearing it ever, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard this song. Do you want to know what I feel about it right now?
Just like
I took
high
notes.
level, no like ranking, but like, did you like it? Just
Okay,
that.
here, I'll read to you what I wrote in my notes because I literally have a notepad and a pen. I wrote, love the cuckoo bird noise and snapping. Because whatever, like, that deal was, lost me on the chorus.
All right. I love it.
That's my comment for now.
I love it. Well, moving on to the month of May, it's Ive again. But this song is called I Am this time. And this one I don't think I've heard. So this will be interesting to take a look at.
Oh, see, I've heard this one.
Oh, what are
We
the
must be on
opposite?
different. We're in different Ive universes, I guess.
I love that. The different metaverses of Ive. Let's go listen to I Am. All right, so we just listened to I Am by Ive, and I realized I actually had heard it before. Like the chorus, it was familiar to me.
Yeah. I think it just reminded me. I want to one day find all of the songs that have the lyrics, Look at Me Now, and we rank those songs.
Oh, write that down. I like that. I really like that.
The music video is ridiculous,
It
but
really is. It's not bad though. It's not a bad song. I could see why it was top. So our next one and our final one, wrapping up H1, is Queen Card by G Idol in June. I'm so excited.
we know you love some McQueen
I
card.
love Queen Card. I'm so proud of them. So let's go watch it. All right, so we just watched Queen Card, which I absolutely love. So that was exciting to watch again.
Yes, I forgot how, well, somehow I forgot the lyrics. When they're right in your face on the captions, you're like, oh, right, they are saying my boob and booty's hot.
Oh yeah. Oh, they sure as hell are. But shall we rank them?
Yes, I have my ranking all set.
All right. Should I go first, or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I'll start from the bottom up. So at number 4, I put I Am by Ive. Not that it wasn't a good song, I liked it, but it just, compared to the other 3, I feel like I wasn't really taken away by it. It's nice and chill, but it was kind of eh. At number 3, I have Kitsch by Ive, because that song, like I said, I have it on my Spotify. I listen to it. It pumps me up. And I really like I put it on once in a while. At number 2, I have your favorite, Ditto, by New Jeans. And the reason I put them at number 2 is because I just remember listening to this a lot back then. And I even like, when one of my friends was over, I had it on. I was playing karaoke. So I really like this song and enjoy singing it. And at number 1, drum roll, no surprise, is Queen Card, because it's just such a ridiculous song and it's fresh and fun. I love it. I love it. I bow down to them.
Oh, bowing down to the queens. So mine are completely different besides number 1. So spoiler alert, I did put
Oh.
Queen Card as number 1. My number 4 was Kitsch by Ive. And it pains me to say that, it was my first listen to, but that chorus lost me in the same way that Hard by Shiny loses me in the chorus. That's how bad, not bad. Nah, that's how bad I thought the chorus was. So that was my number 4. Number 3 New Jeans, ditto. And this is based solely on just the song and not all of my personal opinions. Number 2, I Am by Ive. I actually really like that song quite a bit. The music video's ridiculous, but song by itself, I like it. And then number 1, Queen Card. It's so catchy.
I wonder if it'll still be our number one at the end of the year.
I don't know. And I mean, these are, I want to caveat too, that this is based off of Melon music chart popularity. My personal number 1 for the first half of the year for a girl group, I would have to think about and also look at when songs were released. But
That's true.
I don't know that it would be Queen Card.
Yeah. So this is based on the Melon Korean charts. We're going by that. But we could do, I think that'd be fun to review when we come back at the end of the year and also do our own personal top songs.
Yes.
But okay, shall we go? So you mentioned before, the boys unfortunately were not in the top 3 and most of the time not even the top 5. But what we did was we scrolled down the list for each month and we just saw the first time a boy group pops up and took that as like the top. So we'll take a listen at the boys now. And the first one up is Candy by NCT Dream, coming in at number 9 in January. Had you heard that song before, Robin?
Yes, according to my YouTube, I had watched the performance video before.
But you didn't remember it?
I mean, who knows if I was actually really watching it.
Did you like it?
It's a cute throwback.
It's a cute throwback. It is. It is. I enjoyed it.
I also realized when it first started, and obviously from all the Christmas stuff in the video, that song was released in December. And it's wild to me that that's the highest charting boy group song in all of, in the Melon Monthly January thing at number 9.
That is a good point. I mean,
Like,
I wonder
what was
also,
getting released?
maybe not much, because it's the beginning of the year. They don't have a lot of performances, I think, in the beginning because there's like a lull. So maybe that's also why Eugene's was dominating. I don't know. They didn't have much competition, but who knows? All right, shall we move on to February?
Let's do it.
Okay, so February coming in at number 5, which is the highest I think that we've had the boys come up on the charts, is Taeyang featuring Jimin with Vibe. All right, so we just listened to Vibe by Taeyang with Jimin. We've listened to the song ad nauseum, so we were both pretty familiar with it.
We got that vibe, baby.
We got the vibe. We got the vibe. So moving on to March, and actually April as well. This is 17. Gotta Fight, I guess the English name of the song, but it's Fighting 해야지. Let's go listen to that.
Alrighty.
So correction on my part, I'm sorry, it's 17's subunit BSS, so not 17, but part
Yes,
17.
and I have actually listened to this song so many times that when it first started, I was like, wait a second, isn't this song really old? But apparently I've listened to 2 years worth of it in the past however many months it's been out, 5 months.
I think it was uploaded 5 months ago. Yeah. But even when you say that, like 5 months ago, that should have been earlier in the year, and they didn't chart until March, which is interesting. But I know it got really big, and it's a fun song.
I really like it a lot.
Awesome, same. So moving on to May and June, this is actually the full group 17, and this is their song Sonogong. So let's go take a listen. I don't think I've
I
heard this
don't think I
before.
have either, but let's find out.
Nice. All right, what were your thoughts? Or do you want to start with your ranking?
I can start with my ranking and my thoughts because I put that as number 4.
Okay.
I struggled. I actually crossed out and I was changing between 3 and 4, but that song's just not my style. I'm just not into it.
Okay.
I don't even have anything bad to say about it. Just not for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
So number 3 ended up being Candy by NCT Dream. So those two were fighting it out for slots 3 and 4. Number 2 is Taeyang Vibe. Love, love, love that song. But my number 1 is going to be that 17 subunit BSS fighting because I just didn't even. It's one of those songs where I first heard it. I loved it so much. I put it on a playlist and I've listened to it over and over and over again. I didn't even realize who it was. It didn't matter. Just love that song.
I love it. All right, so it's funny. I also had a fight back and forth between 3 and 4 while I was listening to 17's song. And it was between them and Vibe, believe it or not. Yeah, I know you like visibly gasp, right? Because I'm a VIP. I love Big Bang and I love Taeyang.
And you love BTS.
Yes.
Wait.
I was like, wait, what does that have to do with anything?
I got confused. And then I confused myself because I'm like, well, VIPs are Big Bang, right? Yes.
Yeah,
BTS
VIPs
is
Big
ARMY.
Bang.
Yes, I had a whole thought process in my head. But
No, me too. You confused me. I was like, wait, what is BTS? I'm like, they're not on this list. And then I realized, yeah. But the reason Sonogong went to number 3 was similar to you, honestly. Like, it's not my vibe, and I don't see myself listening to this on repeat. But there was elements that I really enjoyed, like the little dun dun dun, like the little, I don't know if it's a chorus, but it's like an interlay where the song kind of slowed down. I just really appreciated that. I was like, ooh, I like this. It was like suave. They're dancing, like always on point. I think just the whole thing, it was fun to watch, and I really appreciated that. And I really like the lyrics too. They're like, I love my team, I love my crew. It's just like, they're one of those groups that has stayed together, with their full lineup, especially they have like 13, I think, which is not easy to do. So that bumped them up. And then number 2 was Candy by NCT because it's just a fun song. I really enjoy it. I like it. And it's throwback vibes. And number 1 was Fighting because, I love that we have the same number 1 again. But it's just such a fun song to put on. And it's one of those that I think I wouldn't get tired of listening to.
yeah, I haven't.
I haven't listened to it as much as you have, but... So that was our rankings.
All right, so it sounds like for us anyway, G-Idol Queen Card and 17 Fighting are our hot picks when it comes to the popular Melon chart toppers.
And you know what's funny? They're both like silly songs and the videos.
I mean, when I think about the type of K-pop that I enjoy, it's always pretty silly. Except for, I guess, Mamamoo.
But they could get silly.
Oh yeah, they can totally get... Actually, one of my favorite Mamamoo videos is that one where they're like in an office and I can't even remember what the song is. Oh my god, that's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh, I feel like I have slight memories of it in my head, but I can't think of it right now. I did want to point out, though, I forgot to point this out for 17, which is a big congrats. They did make K-pop history last week. They have officially sold over 6 million copies of their mini album FML, making them the first K-pop artist to sell over 6 million copies for one album. So that's amazing. That's crazy.
It's just totally crazy. But I'm telling you, I think it's because they have so many members and everybody wants all the photo cards. And they're just buying in bulk.
Or maybe they just have really good songs.
No, I'm not shitting on their songs by any
No, I
means,
know, I know,
but
I know. It's a theory. I mean, it's true. That's how they. It's a tactic they've been using since the beginning of K-pop times to sell more albums. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and
it
there's
is what
nothing
it
wrong
is.
with that. I used to collect multiple versions of albums that weren't K-pop back in my day.
Back in
So I'm
my.
all old and shit, but like when I was a teenager.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God, if K-pop had been big when I was a teenager, my parents would have been like, girl, you need to chill, go into the store and buying. Like, why do you need 20 of the exact same album? And then I'd show them my beautiful photo card album with all of the pictures
And they
of
wouldn't care.
cute boys, and they'd be like, yeah, great.
Like this is where all your money goes.
Oh, K-pop. All right, so at the end here, we were going to do a little thing where I had saved one of those, like, things that go around the internet called Ask Away. So it's Ask Away K-pop edition, and there's a list of 30 different things. So I was going to have Olivia choose a number between 1 and 30, and I was going to read whatever the topic is and have us both give our answers or respond to what she picks.
Okay. I'm gonna do a random wheel generator. Let me spin this to get a number.
Taking it very seriously.
It's kind of fun. Let's do it. All right. So number 25.
25. Okay. Oh, well, this is where it's a problem because supposed to be an internet thing. Tag your fangirling or fanboying buddy.
I'd probably tag you.
Yeah, I would tag you.
I mean, we could spin it again.
Yeah, let's do another one.
All right, let me spin. I eliminated number 25, so we don't get it again. Okay, number 19.
All right. First bias versus recent bias.
Oh, okay. So, do I have to rank like who would win or just say who was my first bias versus recent?
Say first and recent and then choose between the two.
Okay, I would say my first bias was Top from Big Bang, and my recent bias, Suga from BTS. And it's funny because they're both the rappers. I feel like I'd choose Suga because, I mean, he's like genius producer. He's still in the game, and Top's just trying to survive being an actor if the public lets him. So I think Suga wins.
Right.
How about you?
For me, my first is my always bias. I've never changed a single day. Key from Shiny.
Aww.
When I first heard about what a bias was, and I was like, oh, that's what we call our fave. Okay. It was Key from Shiny and Crystal from FX. And when it comes to boy groups, I don't, not to be like I don't really care about them, but I can have different girl biases. Like, that's easy. With the boys, nobody has caught my attention. And, like, Key's my man. I bought his face wash. It's actually incredible. I watch him on all of my shows that I watch. His solo albums are fantastic. I have all kinds of merch that I've bought just specifically for Key. So he wins. He wins in the fight against himself.
You know what's funny? I think I'm the opposite of you with the girl biases because my first one was Yuna from Sonishide. And I don't think I've ever, like, I like other groups, but like if I'm trying to think like, oh, my favorite K-pop artist that's a girl, like she just pops into my head again. And also because I still watch K-dramas a lot, and I'm watching one with her right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm so proud of her because she's gotten better at acting.
Oh.
So I think she's like still my girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my bias, my girl. Oh, see, I always get caught up in Mamamoo because, no, it's still Moonbyul. It's still Moonstar, my girl. Yeah.
I love it. Well, I think that's the end of our show. It was sweet, short and sweet, but fun. Something fun to start off the second half of the year.
It was nice to listen to these songs, especially since I hadn't heard some of them, which just further solidifies the fact that I need to keep up with K-pop a little bit better. But that's why we're doing this. We can do it together.
Yeah, I think we need to, yeah, we should do this. Maybe end of the month we'll just do this, like, oh, roundup.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in today. As always, make sure to follow us on Instagram and on YouTube at K-Pop Hot Sheet. Rate us on Apple Music and Spotify if you enjoyed the show, and turn on the notifications in Spotify by clicking the bell icon if you want to be notified of new episodes when they're uploaded. So until next time, bye.